The combat beta launches today, the community hit list has checked off some new requests, and the double XP weekend is right around the corner. Now before we get into a bulk of today's updates, quick announcements. As I said, double XP weekend is right around the corner. It's a standard double XP live event, 10 days where you have 48 hours of double XP to use at your leisure. This will begin Friday at November 10th until Monday, November 20th, starting and ending at 12 p.m. game time. If you know that you're not going to be able to complete the whole 48 hours, you can trade in an hour of your double XP per day for credits to use in the Nick the Trader shop. So once again, double XP, November 10th to the 20th. Mark your calendars. Next, if you are interested, an official RuneScape cookbook is up for pre-sale, expected to be published on the 16th of April next year. There are tons of delicious looking RuneScape inspired meals that you can prepare from the comfort of your own home. Details on where to pre-order this will be in a link on the news post, and the news post will be linked in the description below. They also have a hardback notebook, 192 line pages, and bookmark, expecting to hit stores April 9th, 2024. So again, follow the link in the description, which will lead to the news post, and check out the cookbook section for more details. That said, with today's update, we have the launch of the combat beta. If you want to give this combat beta a try, there are links you need to access if you're using the launcher or using a non-Jagex launcher, which can be found on the news post, once again linked in the description below. Just check out the combat beta launch section. The idea for this combat beta is to bring the other styles in line with the damage potential we see with necromancy. This means removing the hit chance and instead incorporating a damage scale based on percent chance to hit, increasing the damage cap for all styles to 30k, and simplifying the critical strike system. As the beta proceeds, they're looking to include other changes to combat styles and refine the identity of each style. So hop into the beta now through the method found on the news post and get to testing. Now with that said, the community hit list is back around, knocking off some of the most wanted changes from player feedback. So today, you can now combine brawling gloves of the same skill. The max charge count is 1 million. NPCs involved in easy clues will now hand out the next clue or casket faster. Players no longer experience a delay when answering challenge scrolls. Yasandria's challenge scroll has been updated to avoid confusion. Following items can now be noted: rusty swords, broken armor, damaged armor, and buttons. The rings of the scan clue for elites now have different colors depending on the distance to the treasure. It's now possible to obtain puzzle skipping tickets and not skipping tickets from elite clues. The text output for scan clues in the side interface is now colorized to help distinguish distance from the dig spots. Gold for 6 paces, silver for 12, and bronze for further than 12. Dodgy Derek's safe-cracking stethoscope and lockpick can no longer be purchased when you already own them. You can now use the Elder God eggs in Santistan Cathedral base map to replay the 20 weeks of God dialogue from the release of Elder God Wars in 2021, plus a pivotal scene in Eye of Het 2 if you completed that quest. The player can also choose to display the God conversations as either overhead chat or chat head dialogue, and corrected a couple of erroneous references to anathema in this God dialogue to shadow anima. Graphically updated the portal to Erebus in the Extinction quest. Golden bamboo is now chopped approximately twice as fast, making it once again possible to deplete triple bamboo islands within the duration of the Lumberjack aura. The Feeling Pumped mutator in Shadow Worlds once again has a 25% chance to trigger, a 10-second duration, and its 18-second cooldown has been removed. To counterbalance this, Shadow World monsters defeated while under the effect of Feeling Pump award minimal combat XP to decouple combat XP gained from unlimited adrenaline. Augmented item XP is unaffected. Feeling Pumped is still listed as a positive mutator to maintain expected availability. The Slayer masks in Shadow World reward shop, particularly those of low to mid Slayer monsters, have reduced in cost to make them more accessible to low level players. The I have killed X bosses quick chat output for Dominion Tower now explicitly states that it relates to Dominion Tower bosses only. The Fort Forinthry and City of lodestones have been ordered by Alphabet in the Magic Abilities book. Note that the teleport spells listed below these on your action bar may change as a result. And they remove the dialogue from the Nature Amulet teleport unless it fails. Your bound patch no longer needs to be diseased for you to teleport to it either. That is it for your main game update. If you enjoyed the video so far, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you'd like to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Finally, we're going to take a look at the patch notes and see what's changed with today's update, so let's check it out. Starting off with Necromancy, I mentioned these changes in the previous video, but to quickly go over them: Conjured Putrid Zombies passive effect, the rate has been reduced reduced to 1.8 seconds. Vengeful Ghost duration increased to 42 seconds. Healing increased to 140%. The command Vengeful Ghost removed the 30-second duration, now making the effect active for the lifetime of the spirit. Life Transfer Incantation fixed an issue where it wouldn't function as expected when immediately conjuring a spirit. Fixed an issue where the depleted glyph in the Necromancy tutorial was showing as non-depleted, preventing progression. That Black Hold magic is now a special quest with 4 subquests. The remaining number of runes needed to complete that old black magic, Flesh and Bone, will now be displayed in the quest journal, and the SFX and WFX within the Raziel boss encounter have been updated. Moving on to some general changes, corrected a lighting issue at the Ungel Ruins entrance. Fixed the gem prize selection menu right-click option. Fixed several blocking issues with a wall to the south of the old crypt within the wilderness. Overhead emotes now cleared and disabled when triggering a non-combat transmog. The scanning animation for scan clues at the penguin locator are no longer interrupted by using Soul Dive or Bladed Dive. The text view for overhead emotes is now more tightly spaced so it matches emotes and transmogs. Fixed an issue in the smithing interface where using an anvil in the city of would still leave a cross next to the anvil requirement. Fixed a typo in the Azure First Resort quest when talking to Balnia, as well as in the Elemental Anima Stone tooltip. Fixed a bug in the Light Within quest where Saren was not visible in certain cutscenes. Fixed an issue where some of the thieving skill guide icons displayed incorrect tooltips. Tooltip for the Water Essling in the Runecrafting skill guide no longer mentions a Mind Essling. Added a dungeon map label to the world map and mini map in the northeastern building within Sophonem. Fixed a typo with the Excuse Me, That's My Seat achievement reward tooltip. Some names inside the cooking skill guide have been readjusted. Fixed a number of blocking issues within the Wilderness Ruins. Updated the description for the loot area setting to mention 7 tiles rather than 3. Border effects now work for additional farming produce created by effects such as Juju farming potions and Greenfinger's aura. Fixed a typo in the Woodcutter's Grove introduction and in the New Foundations quest journal. Fixed an issue with the Grifflaroo jump attack delay. Oddment number no longer clip out of the UI. Fixed an issue that caused the Prismatic Star interface to close after using a specific combination of options to redeem them. Adding runes to urns has been rethemed to imbuing urns, and staves can now be used to perform this action. Adjusted lighting in the Old Tower Shrine Room to make it easier to spot NPCs and interactable objects. Reduced the overall brightness in the Wizard Tower. Fixed an issue that was preventing some players from reclaiming the flame gloves from the All Fired Up minigame if they have keepsake them. Completing the minigame again will now correctly award the gloves. And lastly, replanted the Davendale trees so they no longer can be cut down. That is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. Head on over there to check them out if you wish to do so. If you missed last week's video, it will be on screen now. Click there. If not, I will see you with the next RuneScape news video. When that comes out, I am out. Aloha.